I'm going to recite pieces that'll make you cry, like my timeline. I was born to a beautiful mentally ill mother and an elementary school dropout crackhead father who couldn't be bothered. She had 2 before me and I was his 3rd daughter. I never learned how to swim, skate, I didn't have many friends, I was an introvert who didn't blend. Learned about sex at a very young age, breast blossomed and that began the stage. No warning of how womanhood would come about. I remember 4th grade being called out. Red stained pants would become the death of me in class. I was only 9 years old, you see. Being felt up by masculine hands equivalent to 3 of mine, a child's innocence taken at the drop of a dime. But high school was exciting and new. I grew into my body that grew and grew and grew. Nice round bottom and big firm breast. The focus wasn't my mind, but rather my chest. Freshman year, it left a stain on my memory bed. I lost my virginity, and what came was a baby instead of attending basketball games and going to prom. I was labeled promiscuous and became a teen mom. I lost all hope and knew my life would end until I met this wonderful young man friend. He was a bit older, he had a car, he was dope boy fresh. I knew he was a star. He'd help me skip school and play daddy to my child. The times we had got pretty wild. As time flew by, we talked about being wed, but before that occurred came my 2nd baby instead. So I'm 17 with 2 kids. Look what I've done. God forbid. No graduation, no finishing school for me. Time to woman up and become a full-time mommy. Abuse of all sorts came from baby daddy, but I still toughed it out because I just knew he loved me. So I'm back and forth on this emotional roller coaster ride. I endured it, and I also tried to hide it. In the midst of all this, miracle twin babies were conceived by an incident I thought no one would ever believe. I was raped, and I never thought it could happen to me. But one day, I'm going to be a real poet. And I'm going to talk about real things like how I married a man I barely even knew for the sake of that ring because I wanted for my children the one thing that I never had, a wonderful life with a good mom and a dad. One day, maybe one day my stories will have happy ends. One day I'm going to be a real spoken word artist, one that can take your mind the farthest one day. One day I'm going to be a real poet so you and the whole world will know it one day. One day I'm going to become a real writer. My words will fall on paper and I'll sell them to the highest buyer. I'll have book signings and fans and greet the people and shake their hands. But today, I'm not that bold. My words will stay what they are, seem heartless and cold. Old childhood memories will stay locked away. I'll seek the future for a brighter day. I have hope and blessings from each experience I've endured. Writing my poems has been my cure. I know who I am. I know who I was, and I know who I want to be. One day I'm going to be a real poet. Today I'm just real poetry. Thank you.